Many people dream of retiring early with plenty of money for travel and leisure. But with pensions and Social Security looking less secure all the time, some have looked to the internet to make money. And they have found plenty of companies to choose from. Some are legitimate, others are pyramid schemes. In this final installment of our year-long Chicago Matters series, Money Talks, we take a look at one tempting opportunity. Chicago Tonight producer Jay Shefsky has the story.
For 15 years, Stan Spencer has been a conductor at Metra. The pay is pretty good, he says, and there's a decent pension plan. But last May, Spencer said he was planning to quit his job soon. He said he had a new home-based business, and that it was going so well, he thought he'd be able to leave Metra within a few months. Spencer had tried other money-making ventures before, with mixed success. He heard about this business from his friend, Mike.
What made you so sure that this one was one that you could trust so quickly?
Well, I knew Mike, and I know he's a very good friend, and he's very true type individual. And I asked him, I said, Mike, had you made any money? And I wasn't concerned how much money, because I know getting into any kind of business, you got to crawl before you walk before you run.
The company is called Easy Wealth by Design. Mike told Stan that he had made some money, so Stan agreed to check it out. Easy Wealth by Design is an internet-based company. Easy Wealth's product is something called search engine submissions. It's a kind of internet marketing.
The internet is the way things are going right now in the 21st century. And this is really 21st century technology in advertising your business on the search engines. So I think it's a very good thing.
Easy Wealth by Design was founded in March 2005 by Maria Vishnevetskyaya in her home east of San Francisco. She says the company has grown very quickly.
Since March, we have 25,000 agents working the system, and we have probably paid out close to, I know it's over $8 million in commissions, unheard of amount.
After a few days, Spencer was ready to become an Easy Wealth agent and sell the product search engine submissions. He paid $300 and got his own Easy Wealth website. The purpose of the website is to recruit other people to become agents, and Spencer will get a commission for any new agent he brings in. To promote his website, he got the Easy Wealth product, search engine submissions. But more about that later.
All the buzzwords: freedom, security, success, wealth, easy. That was informative, wasn't it? I think I got it.
Robert Fitzpatrick is the author of a book called False Prophets about pyramid schemes. He says that Easy Wealth by Design is a pyramid scheme.
So who is this talking?
One clue is that the job of the agents is primarily to recruit more agents, not sell the product.
If you study the website, notice they don't teach you how to go sell website submissions. 99% of that website is all about the pay plan, which is mostly incomprehensible also, but it always is about the lure of the great income promised to you.
But for the vast majority, the income will never arrive, he says. There just aren't enough people.
That's the source of this promised wealth, other people like you. And the income is based upon an endless recruiting into a pyramid shape. Each level has to be larger than the one above.
In fact, he says, if one person needed to recruit just 2 people, and those people each recruited 2, and so on, after only 32 levels, you've exceeded the population of the world. Maria Vishnevetskyaya insists that Easy Wealth is not a pyramid scheme.
First thing I always answer is any corporation is a pyramid. There's always somebody at the top. What we do make sure here, though, is that we have to have a way for anyone to make more money than the person that introduced them.
That's part of the trick. That's a magic act.
Robert
There is no
Fitzpatrick
perfect
isn't buying it.
mathematical formula.
He says that
Back
even
to
if
the
some
same
people
question.
can earn more than their
This
sponsors,
scheme
that doesn't answer
by
the basic
Easy Wealth
question.
by design. Where does the money come from? How can everybody get wealthy? Only from large numbers of other people coming in below you. Cannot happen for any but a few.
But there is no recruiting required, according to Easy Wealth material, including this recording of a conference call on the Easy Wealth website.
You have that chart, hopefully. And yes, that's for everyone, and no, there is no typo. There is absolutely no sponsoring required for that return.
If you do recruit, you'll make more money, they say. But the chart on the website shows the return you'd get even without recruiting.
This is a standard package here. For an example, someone can come in at $45 package as a standard. In 14 phases, they would have made about $38,000 gross.
You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to recruit anyone, bring anyone into the business. So that's what attracted everyone to the business. You know,
Shay Bagwenden joined Easy Wealth a month after it began.
They had a chart that said, okay, it was based on a 14-week cycle, and this was the certain amount of money that you would earn every single week, starting your third week.
Far below the Easy Wealth chart, a disclaimer reminds you that the numbers are only hypothetical. But the rest of the website sounds anything but hypothetical.
Pay period. And it will be every 2 weeks. You're going to keep on getting it. And I got this on very good authority that it is going to continue on and on.
$36,000 in 28 weeks. That's how the system was being sold as. Guaranteed, 100% guaranteed.
Soon, Bagwenden says, the chart changed. It went from 14 weeks to the more ambiguous 14 phases.
I don't like being lied to. You know, when you tell someone that this is what's going to happen over a certain period of time and it's 100% guaranteed, you have to be prepared to back that up.
And Bagwenden began to have other doubts.
I couldn't find a real product associated with the system. They claimed to be it was search engine submission, search engine promotion, but you know, I couldn't find any evidence of that.
Okay, this is search engine submission. It stated here, websites will be seen by millions around the world.
But what is a search engine submission? Let's say you type WTTW into a search engine like Google. Of course, it finds us. That's what search engines do. They scan the entire web and find websites. You can also tell a search engine about your site. That's called a search engine submission.
And we have various packages depending on how many search engines you want to go out on. That determines the price.
There's a $45 package that gets you 2 search engines. $300 buys you 22 search engines.
Submission to search engines is free. It doesn't cost any money.
This is the annual Search Engine Strategies Convention. In this Chicago hotel are the world's leading experts on search engines and the best ways to get your website listed on them. Sherry Thoreau was a speaker at the convention.
So for them to charge $300 for something that you should get for free, in my opinion, is a ripoff.
Oh dear. Well, from what I've read, and you can go out on the internet yourself, submitting to search engines is certainly not free.
Vishnevitskaya says that one reason this is a valuable service is that Easy Wealth submits to the search engines regularly.
We program proprietary software to do that for us, and it just goes in automatically every month like clockwork.
You cannot automatically submit to Google. The submission form clearly prevents that.
The Google submission page includes this squiggly little password to make sure there are no automatic submissions. Google also makes it clear that submitting more than once will do you no good. Yet Easy Wealth agents are encouraged to purchase search engine submissions often. The reason?
As with any other business, you need to make sure that you are using your product, and we certainly endorse that. So by purchasing more search engine submissions, you are getting your Easy Wealth by Design business at the very least out there more often on the search engines.
But there's another incentive. If they buy more search engine submissions, it is supposed to increase their eventual earnings.
I'm getting ready to make 10 purchases of Deluxe. Again, when that comes up to get paid, I get paid 10 times, or if I want to go in back 20 times.
They call it being your best customer. Vishnevetskaya insists that repurchases are so important that all of the current agents would make a profit if they just kept repurchasing, even if no new people came in.
New people, new participation is very, very important. However, the computer doesn't care where the sale comes from. Every sale that's made, regardless of the source, whether it's a new, completely new person to the system, or whether it's a repurchase because somebody wants to go out there on the search engines more often during the month, doesn't matter. It is still new money coming in.
To explain a pyramid scheme, you stretch your mind, you search, you wonder, how could it be? The answer is it cannot be, except for a few at the top. They will profit.
Hi, my name is Amy. The most powerful opportunity today is called Travel Cash.
Easy Wealth by Design is not the only option for someone looking to make money on the internet. The web is full of programs called matrices, doublers, gifting programs, or just multi-level marketing, or MLM.
A one-time fee of $175 will turn into thousands fast.
Not all are pyramid schemes, of course, but experts say that many people who buy into one have tried others.
I mean, I've done every single matrix, every single MLM, well, not every single MLM, but I've done a lot of MLM opportunities, and they're all the same. You know, it's mostly based on hype. It's not based on any real income.
Hello, my name is Kim, and what you're looking at is a fully automated marketing system that can market your product for you while you spend maybe 5 minutes a week.
Now, Bagwandin has left behind the hype of Easy Wealth and the others, and he has a new business, the Prosperity Automated System. This one, he says, is different. Bagwandin claims that since his initial $3,000 purchase, he has already earned $48,000 from his pay lines, the people below him in the business. He doesn't see any limit.
That's a scary, scary thought, because as the system grows over time, you create additional pay lines. And each pay line goes to infinity.
Infinite belongs in theology classes, not economics.
Robert Fitzpatrick says that Prosperity Automated System is every bit the pyramid scheme that Easy Wealth is. A spokesman for the company insists that Prosperity Automated System is not a pyramid scheme because it offers a service of real value. But Fitzpatrick maintains that even if Bagwandin is making the money that he claims, he is making it from people who will almost certainly lose money.
A pyramid scheme is inherently deceptive, meaning that it can never operate by telling you the truth. No one would join. The truth being, first of all, 99% of the people will not earn money. Well, that sort of kills the great promise.
After more than 7 months in Easy Wealth by Design, Stan Spencer has paid at least $2,200 to the company. He says he's made all of that back, but then reinvested most of it in new purchases. It's a far cry from the early retirement he expected by now. Maria Vishnevetskaya defended Spencer's slow start by explaining that when he joined, he had just missed out on the previous commission run.
Everybody who came in from May the 2nd through May 31st, and Stan is probably one of those, will be paid on their standard package this commission run. So tell Stan when you talk to him that his turns are coming.
But Stan Spencer didn't join Easy Wealth in May. He joined in April, just a month after the company started. He's still hanging in there, though, confident that, as the company assures him, no one will be left behind.
And joining me now in the studio is Jay Shefsky, who wrote and narrated that story. Jay, how do you know if a company is a pyramid scheme?
Well, the laws differ from state to state. Every state has its own definition, and the Federal Trade Commission has its own definition. But where they all agree is that if a company gets most of its income from new people coming in, from new recruits, new investments, it's likely to be a pyramid scheme, as opposed to income coming in from sales to retailers. I mean, there are some businesses that are organized as pyramids, where you get money from the people who you bring in. But still, if there's a real product that is sold to real consumers, then there's extra money coming in so people can make a profit. If there's not a real product and no real sales, the studies show that 99% of the people who get involved will lose money.
How about enforcement? How about law enforcement officials who see people sending in their checks for $2,000, $3,000 and maybe getting some of it back, but more often than not getting it back? You don't hear much about law enforcement actually shutting down a pyramid scheme. Why not?
Well, it does happen, but the truth is it does not happen very often. I spoke with the head of consumer fraud at the state's attorney's office, and he said the reason they don't go after them very often is that people don't complain very often. His explanation for that is that either when someone realizes they've been scammed, they feel ashamed and they don't want to come forward with that, or they might feel it was their fault, that they saw other people working the system and if it didn't work for them, it was, they just didn't do it right. The other thing that he said is when they do go after pyramid schemes, what they wind up with is a courtroom full of true believers who are angry at them for taking away their chance at wealth.
Even if they haven't received any wealth yet, they think the opportunity is still out there?
Right. I mean, some people are making some money. Most people aren't making any money, but they're still believing that they will. And they think that, and they're angry at you for taking it away.
Oh boy, hope dies hard. Who tends to be taken in by these pyramid schemes?
There's really no profile. It cuts across just about every dimension you can imagine. In fact, Robert Fitzpatrick, who was interviewed in this piece, was himself a victim of a pyramid scheme about 18 years ago. He and many of his friends, he says, bought into something, and it wasn't an internet thing, but they bought into it. They lost a lot of money. And these were highly educated, professional people. It just sounded like a chance to make some money. And when he started to question it and talk to his friends about this, they were mad at him. Even though he was showing them the math that this couldn't possibly work, they just saw that thought he was being a pessimist.
Interesting. So, bottom line, it seems if something sounds too good to be true, chances are it is too good to be true.
At least you want to take a hard look at it if it sounds too good to be true.
Jay, thank you. This story and all Chicago Matters stories can be seen on our website. And there is more Chicago Tonight still ahead, so stay with us.
Chicago Matters is an annual public information series made possible by the Chicago Community Trust, celebrating Greater Chicago giving for 90 years.